Okay, time for another Family of Four production. It's once again review time. This time, I have a light here, a push-button LED light. We have a Japanese homestay student in our basement, and she's complaining that it's dark when she goes down the stairs, and I don't have a switch at the bottom of the stairs, so I was looking for a motion light that would handle that situation. So, looked around on Amazon, and I found this little guy by Geree. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but that's how it's spelled, G-E-R-E-E. At any rate, it arrived quickly, just as they described. Everything looks good. That's the unit there. It came with instructions, of course, in, looks to be Chinese and English. So for me, I use the English. Fairly self-explanatory. I don't think there's a lot going on here. Did notice a few features after reading through that. It came in this box. Pretty simple. Comes with some two-sided sticky tape from 3M. So that's good. One option for mounting, I suppose. It also comes with a USB charge cord, and of course the unit itself came in this bag and the charge cord came in that. So we have no use for that stuff. Get rid of that. Here's the USB charge cord. Really straightforward. Plug that into a computer and plug the other end into the charge port on the bottom. The reason this is falling apart is because when mine first arrived there was a noise inside, so I took it apart. And one of these little springs was laying there, so it was rattling around. I just took it and put it back on the post. So that was just a problem from the factory. The spring probably fell off before they put the cover back on. But I thought, hey, while I've got this off, let's show everyone the internal workings. So you've got a basic chipboard here, a rechargeable battery here, 1200 milliamp hours it says on it. I haven't tested that. It was manufactured in 2018, which is good, fairly current. Basic setup here, you've got a switch, and it's a long press, short press switch. So short press simply turns it on and off, and of course that would be when you push this. Long press will dim down the light. So once it's on, you can long press and it gets all the way bright. Long press again, and it dims right down to barely nothing. So that's pretty cool. Nothing else you need to know on there, other than it does in fact have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 LED lights. The information in the user manual claims that the lumens are anywhere from 20 to 60. So 60 lumens is fairly bright, especially in a dimly lit room or a dark room. So I'm hoping this will work for our stairwell going down to the basement. Everything else on here is just an LED indicator and a motion sensor that, well, there's also a photocell somewhere in here that would read when it's dark, because this thing only works in the dark. It doesn't come on when it's light, apparently. So let's put it back together just like that, and I've turned it on inadvertently. There is a switch on the bottom, an on-off switch, so when it's off it will not come back on. Couple other features. This back door here, when I first flipped this on, or flipped this open, I opened that and said, hey look, it'll take AAA batteries. But in fact, if you look carefully, there are no metal prongs on the ends, so maybe you could store some batteries in there. I think probably what they've done is they've used this box for multiple different units, and this one just doesn't have that. It has that internal rechargeable USB rechargeable battery. So this port is for really nothing. Well, it does have a couple of functions. You can put that in there and have this thing rest at 45 degrees. So that's good. As they show in the picture there, you can see that. The other thing you can do is you can take and put 2 screws in there, mount this to your wall, and then this thing will slide in there, and you've got it screw mounted to the wall using those 2 holes there. Another option that they showed in the directions was you could take and put a hook of sorts through here. There's a little hole through there. You could put a hook on your wall and just hang this thing. So my intention with this is just to set it. We have a little shelf at the bottom of our stairs. I'm just going to set it there and have it operate that way. That's about it for the description on the desk here. I don't know what else to say about it. It seems decent quality. You know, it comes on and off, and it seems really bright actually. On the full brightness, you can't tell in the video obviously because my camera doesn't do well with the wide dynamic range here, but I will take it down, install it, and maybe we'll go for a little walk down into the dark basement and see just how well it lights up the room. Let's go for a walk. So here's Shadow the cat. He can see in the dark, but I can't, and neither can our homestay student. So we're going to take you down to the basement here. And I do have a light, comes on and off, that's great. But there's no switch at the bottom of the stairs. So when you come down the stairs now, I've installed, and by install I mean I set it on the couch, and there it is. The light comes on, and it's on kind of a lower setting, but you can see that lights up the room fairly well. Obviously not as good as having the lights on, but it's pretty good. And that was about 12 feet away, so that'll light up her way into her room that way. But there's the light there, just sitting on the couch. Seems to work pretty well. It has a 120 degree field of view for the motion sensing, so that's pretty good. And after you leave it, if you go around the corner, it'll go off in 20 seconds. So here's 20 seconds. And you can see it's gone out there. So let's check the sensitivity of this thing. We'll come around the corner slowly, we'll sneak up on it. And it's got us. So that's pretty good. Pretty impressed with that. I'm going to leave it there for now. I might put it on the floor, and we'll see how it works. Weights and measurements quickly. We'll weigh this thing and see what it comes in at. So we'll put it on the scale here and see what it weighs. Looks like 133 grams. You're looking at 133 grams. That doesn't include the tape with the two-sided sticky tape, and that's a gram, right? So we're not talking about a lot of extra weight. And I don't know why anybody'd want to know, but the USB cord weighs 20 grams. Wow, that's significant. Or is it? Let's look at some dimensions. Pull out my handy calipers. So in millimeters, the overall dimensions are, looks like 89.5, 89 and a half, a little over that, millimeters wide by, let's get the full thing here, 100, a little over 100, or 10 centimeters, a little over 100 millimeters long. And for a thickness, we have about 34 3/4, it looks like. So 34 3/4 deep. So there you have it for dimensions. The USB cord, I'll just measure it quickly in inches, as that's what I have. You're looking at a little about 39 and a half inches for the length of the USB cord, and 39 and a half inches is this many centimeters. So there you have it. Weight and dimensions are done. I'm pretty impressed so far. I've got it set up downstairs and it's working well. So you know what? From us here at Family of 4, 2 thumbs up.